to our ad of the week. I have to warn you, what you're about to see is extremely confronting. It's an online ad from the UK featuring actress Emma Thompson, a celebrity endorsement. Well, you know the celebrity ain't doing it for the money.
Elena didn't think anyone would hurt her. Elena trusted everyone. Maria doesn't trust anyone. Elena wanted to learn English. Maria gets beaten if she says no. Elena worked in a market to support her family. Maria works for nothing. Elena wanted to help people and be a nurse. Maria services up to 40 men a day. Elena used to cry when her father was cross with her. Maria doesn't feel anything anymore. Elena's family thinks she's dead. Help me. I was Elena. I am Maria. Help me. I'm here.
OK, get your breath back. Now, I find it almost impossible to watch. So did YouTube, which restricted access to over 18s. Russell, this is tough stuff. Have they pushed it too far?
This is when advertising can be absolutely at its best. And no, I don't think it's been pushed too far at all. It's been pushed, but no, I don't think there's any such thing as too far when subject matters such as this are taken on.
Todd, it's a powerful story, but also there's obviously a lot of technique here. Do you want to walk us through it?
There's a couple of things used in that piece of communication. First is the close-up shot. Everything is very close to you. It's almost suffocating how close it is. They keep it on her face really, really tight, which gives you that sort of sense of suffocation. The other thing that's really effective is the dominant angle. So it's viewed from the perpetrator, which makes you feel like you're actually part of it, but not obviously in a very bad way. And it's very uncomfortable. But the thing that's most powerful of this entire piece of communication for me are the words used, especially these two words, help me. Just those two words just stop you dead in your tracks. Now, with all that said, I don't think it works.
You don't think it works? No. Why not?
When we are discussing how much fear or shock or horror to use in a piece of communication, we have to decide how much we're going to put out. And on one hand, if you go too far, you get people paralyzed and they don't do anything. If you do too little, they discount what you've communicated. And in my opinion, I think it's a brilliant piece of film. I think they've pushed it too far. I'm left not knowing what to do. I'm left thinking trafficking's bad, but I'm left completely without anything to do.
I would have thought what this was about was Emma Thompson would have in her Rolodex the people that matter. She'd probably know them personally. I would imagine that she has simply sent them an email. You know, dear Gordon, I'd like you to see my latest movie.
I also wonder about the effectiveness of using someone like Emma Thompson. I'm not sure that 60 seconds is long enough for you to forget it's Emma Thompson and start believing the characters. And that's the danger with using a famous actress in an ad, is it gives you the cut-through, but I'm not sure it communicates what it's supposed to,
but
perhaps,
would people have watched it if it wasn't Emma Thompson?
That's the thing. There is a trade-off with a bit of cut-through.
And they would have got considerable airtime. So, because charities are generally free, donated by TV stations. If you used an actual person, you would have, which is sad, you would have got a lot less time than using Emma Thompson. You would have been, they would have been throwing airtime at you for free with Emma Thompson.
Then she goes on the PR tour. You know, this commercial, it creates... It's like a snowplow. It creates the snowplow, and then she just comes in behind and does the interviews on mainstream TV, where they'll just show... They won't show the whole thing, because, of course, it didn't go on mainstream TV. It was just on YouTube. They'll show an image, and then she has the opportunity to talk about the issue that one would imagine really matters to her, otherwise she wouldn't put herself in that sort of situation.
Clearly, sex trafficking is a subject which Thompson is passionate about, as we've all said. Bram, you can't measure the effectiveness of this ad by product sales. How do you measure if it works or not?
Well, the fact that we're all discussing it on this show is a good indication of how you go about measuring it. It really is about grassroots talkability that it generates, and to what extent this piece of communication gets this on the agenda for people who consume it, how much dinner party buzz is generated by it. But it's more to what Russell was saying. It's to what extent does this then elevate this issue up the totem on the political agenda to get the decision makers ultimately talking about this in a way that's unavoidable.
Well, do agencies make ads like this because it's good for the cause or because it's good for the agency?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Good question. Look, a little bit of both. advertising agencies make charity ads generally for free or at cost. And because of that, charities generally give the agencies a lot of creative freedom. Usually that results in great ads, you hope. A great ad means the agency can enter it in awards, which rightly or wrongly do matter in the industry, and you can put it on your show reel. But for the client, it means they get a great ad, and the thing with great ads is they work.